Hi class. This is going to be a quick example of loops within loops a little bit again. Now, I've got a scanner, and you can call the project whatever you want. In the main, I've just set up a scanner and I have a string this time instead of integers, just to show you what it looks like with strings. Now, I'm going to cut part of this for a second, just to show you the main portion of this. Now, I have string n1 equals nothing at the moment. And while it does not equal exit is what this line means, this thing's going to keep going. So this is my main loop for this project. So I can type anything I want, and it will keep looping until I type in the word exit. Once I type in the word exit, it leaves this loop. This is how this loop works. So while, and whenever you're dealing with strings, you have to use the dot equals. I technically could say, well, in does not equal, like this, but there's a lot of cases where that won't work properly, and it'll even tell you that you're not supposed to do it that way. And you can click the button and even fix it over here if you want. And it will set it to this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add back the extra code that I had a minute ago. Now, notice I have, exit here, right? As capital or all lowercase. If I type in a capital exit, that's not going to work, right? So if I were to come up here, run it, and I say, well, exit, I had the caps lock on, it's not going to accept it. So to avoid that, if I wanted to, I can, instead of saying in equals input.next line, I can do this, in equals input.next line dot to lowercase. And whatever I type in will automatically convert to lowercase because of this little extra addition here. Now, I've got an if statement in here that says, if n1 equals 1. String n2 equals blank. And notice I'm going to have kind of the same setup. String, loop, print, input. String, loop, print, input. The same exact setup. So I've got a loop and then a loop inside that that's basically copy and paste the exact same thing. Now this time, in order to get into this loop, I have to type 1. When I type 1, I'll go in here and I'll be inside the inner loop until I type what? Back. So we take a look at how this guy's going to run. I'm in the first loop. Boop. Hi. Nope. 1. Now I'm in the inner loop. Nope. Nerp. Yo. Exit. Notice none of those work because I'm currently inside this loop here, which requires me to type back. So I type back, and what it's going to do is type exit to leave the loop, 1, 1 to go to the inside loop. I'm back to this outer loop here. And I can go back and forth, 1, back, 1, back, exit, between those two loops. So this allows me to, let's say I had multiple menus, and I wanted to display one inside the other. Well, all I would really need is some more if statements here. And I have pretty much a menu system. If, at the end of that if, I could put more ifs and more loops and more things like that. I could do a fairly extensive text-based menu system if I wanted to. And this is kind of strings with loops and ifs. You can use, of course, integers. You can use, instead of strings, doubles if you wanted to. I chose to use strings this time because we haven't done a lot of that yet. And I want you guys to have an example of us using strings for this as well. And there you go.